I'm kitted out today with Monster Money merch. How do you guys like the cap?
You make me laugh.
Oh, sorry, I was running a little bit late here today.
From
see him
head,
at the
shoulders,
cup.
knees, and toes. It's got Monster Money on it.
Only sponsored by Narc. Sponsored by Narc. That's the thing. We're just not allowed to put the logo on yet.
Narc, hit me up.
Oh, if only. Eh? If I can only.
I think let's get into the breakdown very quickly. So, gold on the higher time frame is ranging. It's pretty tough. I mean, just sideways movement, you know, no real clear direction. Yesterday's candle actually closed bearish, and today's candle, funnily enough, doesn't have much of a bottom wick. But for the morning session, just looking at the way we've closed here on the 4 hour, I'm not going to be too aggressive looking for sells. I think, you know, safer sells will be once the daily candle actually flips back bearish and then we get into some cleaner traffic. So below 1985 there looks good for me for sells. Like I say, I don't want to be too aggressive with the sells right now. Yesterday, I think it made a bit more sense. But right now for this session, you don't really have any confirmations for those sells immediately until we are breaking below 1985. What I do see here though is that we had this strong push up yesterday as a result of First Republic Bank. There were some headlines with regards to this bank crashing. The stock crashed 50%, so on and so on. Obviously, this is just feeding into those, you know, recession scares. We had a couple banks collapsing last month already. Silicon Valley Bank was first to go, a couple others, Credit Suisse, whatever. Now, it's not holding as much weight. We actually eventually saw those sell ideas from the morning play out. You know, that's what I was looking for in the morning yesterday. But I mean, such sporadic price action, obviously because we are in this higher time frame range with very little direction. So going based off the fact that we have some news feeding into those recession scares, going based off the fact that we've moved back into these lows, back into this higher time frame demand zone at 1970s, and we are failing to break any lower. I could easily see us now. I actually wanted us to form a slightly deeper pullback here and find support. But, I mean, essentially, if you look at this, we've got support right here. So we're just in a very minor range right there. So I could see us as we break previous 4 hour highs here. Continuing up to yesterday's highs at 2008. So if we could maybe just get a bottom wick here, I could potentially look at the bars on the break of the highs. Looking to target at least 2003, but obviously would like that daily wick fill. On the 30-minute, I mean, it's actually clean traffic here, essentially. Just this right here. I would consider that clean traffic for us to potentially mirror on the way up. Then GJ, we came into this higher time frame demand zone at 165,500. We saw very nice rejections here as planned. Didn't really get to take advantage of those buys yesterday morning, but overall, I mean, you had a little bit of a move up and then it's just been ranging. Obviously, tomorrow is the Bank of Japan interest rate decision and monetary policy statement, so we may not even get that volume to the upside. But overall here, I would like to obviously stick to the buys, looking to move back up to the top of this higher time frame range. Since overall GJ is bullish, and I do think that the Bank of Japan will keep their loose monetary policy. That is pretty much well expected. So, you know, that'll keep the yen weaker. But as the news comes out tomorrow, you could get some pullbacks, deeper pullbacks, before on the higher time frames, then continuing up. But I mean, for now, just obviously looking at the price section, would like to stick to the buys. I'm gonna remove this. So buys above this resistance at 166.950. That's what I'd be looking for here on GJ. Maybe even some pullbacks this morning, but I mean, this is actually just getting choppy. So I think safer buys will be above 166.950. Yeah, this is actually the first time in a very long time that there's been 3 losing trades in a row. The last time there were 2 losing trades in a row was the first week of this year, so it's been a while. You know, market conditions have been choppy. I think the trades this week could have obviously seen improvements. You know, yesterday the sales were quite aggressive, and then we just didn't really have the volume, so it could have potentially been managed better, or taken the safer trade ideas below 1994, keeping in mind the conditions. Overall, we are ranging very little direction, you know, so there are things to improve on. But I mean, overall, this is trading, playing the probabilities. If you've got a 70% win rate, who's to say that you can't lose 3 trades in a row? You know, maybe the next 7 trades are winners. So we'll pick it right back up, no worries. Finally able to get back to the London stream. What's up, Seth? Long time, bro. Good to have you back. Buying gold if breaking that resistance. Yeah, I would like to. I think what I'll do is I'll wait for a 15-minute. I'll wait for a 15-minute candle to close. I'm not a fan of all of these rejections in this area, but just looking at the candle bodies here, if I remove all of this and then get annotate out here, this right here is your 4-hour resistance. So we've closed above there. This is the first 4-hour candle since what? Since last week, where we've closed above this level. So we're looking to basically now move up and fill the rest of this range. And we know that volume comes in at this time. So I think there's quite a high probability here that we continue moving up. Also with that banking story, that could definitely bring some volume here this morning to the upside. I mean, it did yesterday, but it was faded out pretty quickly. Even on the yen, I think it just gave us some pullbacks really, and then you kind of just faded it out. Obviously, the yen is a safe haven as well, just like gold. So when you do have these banks collapsing or anything that's bringing fear, you can see these moves down on GJ. But it doesn't look like it's holding too much weight as of now. So let's see, I think waiting for the 15-minute to close above this resistance will be solid. Solid as a rock.
Hey, morning, brother. How are you?
Hey, what's up? Good and you?
No complaints my side. Jeez, I was having a look at gold yesterday or last night, and obviously that moved down, it moved down into like 83.
Yeah.
Once again, I was like, okay, cool. It's taps into 2000s, rejected it. We're gonna range through Asian, and then London's gonna come and meet with those bars. Dude, just gets corrected back into 2000s. This range is killing me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I mean for the breakdowns this morning, I said that we're gonna need to obviously see some very one-sided data today and tomorrow to get breakouts of this range. Otherwise, it's only gonna happen next week with FOMC and NFP. That'll confirm sentiment. Fuck's sakes, here goes gold. Sorry, Chad. I don't know why I'm saying sorry, but anyway. I don't know if you guys can still hear the background music. Well said. What are you talking about? I think if we could get a bottom wick on this current 15, I might even be a little bit more aggressive here with bars. Because I mean, yeah, we're seeing the volume come in. I was thinking to even bar stop it on the break of the highs. like that, but I mean, I felt like being a bit more conservative, obviously after taking 3 losses already this week. So if we could just get a bottom wick, maybe retesting 2000 on the next 15 minutes. Yeah, it's tough. Okay, so this is the bottom wick that I'm pretty much wanting. We've got no top wick on this current candle, so I'm going to be quite aggressive. And let's see, just want to see maybe how far we pull back. No top wick on this current candle also gives me confidence that we should at least come back up and flip bullish. So maybe it was a good idea waiting for the close, eh?
And Washak said that we should buy, so I think we should start selling it.
It's quite a deep pullback on this 15. Bro, gold needs to get out of this range. This is ridiculous.
Well, it's got that crackhead energy.
The thing is, right now, there's just no higher time frame direction. And the higher time frames are extremely important, even if you're day trading, scalping. Also, you know, having clear sentiment to drive the market either which way. Right now, obviously, pretty much everything has been priced in. There's no new information coming in. We're waiting, obviously, for some economic data today, tomorrow. But what will really be the real market movers will be FOMC and NFP next week. More FOMC, of course. And PCE tomorrow also going to probably hold a lot of weight. Not normally the biggest event, but it is relating to inflation. Anything with inflation obviously just goes back to the Fed's monetary policy. As we've seen, that's a major market mover. On a macro perspective, on a high time frame perspective, what's keeping GJ bullish is the monetary policy, the difference of monetary policy between the Bank of England and the Bank of Japan. So there we're also getting into tomorrow's interest rate decision with the Bank of Japan, where they've been more dovish. The Bank of England has been more hawkish. So hawkish meaning that they're focused on fighting inflation, they're raising the interest rates, that's keeping the pound stronger, whereas the Bank of Japan, they're trying to stimulate the economy and they are keeping their rates in the negatives. So that's keeping the yen weaker. Alright, so this could be quite aggressive, like I say. That previous 15-minute candle has given me confirmations here, closing above. And the current 15 having no top wick, I'm expecting this candle to flip bullish. So I just wanted to see how far we would pull back. If this is the bottom wick on the 15, let's see. Oh, that 5 minute is so bearish. Maybe if we close bullish on the next 5 minutes, I could look to take it off the 5 minute time frame. Nah, I'm not gonna try to get fancy. I don't like this. I don't like this at all, actually. This 2000 area has actually been a big problem the whole week. Only really broke above there once this week. Couldn't hold above there. Been looking for the sells off of this area throughout the week as well. It's only now that the 4 hours kind of closed above all of these rejection areas that I'm like, okay, we could maybe drive up and fill this clean traffic on the 30-minute time frame here, but the way we are rejecting 2000, nah, I don't know. Scratch that. Eight-hour analogy. Yeah, 8 hours also bullish. Well, you know what it really is? It's consolidating. 8-hour candle was bullish, although it had no bottom wick. That's another thing we need to look at, is the daily candle yesterday closed bearish. Today we have no bottom wick on this current daily candle. I just don't want to be too aggressive with the sells. But I mean, let's see how this 30-minute candle closes. That looks like a very nice rejection off 2000. I don't want to chop and change the bias. It's not something I normally do. But that's a nice rejection off there. I think if we were seeing the dollar index a bit more bullish, I'd maybe be a bit more aggressive with sells here, but the dollar is also still pretty flat. Obviously, in these kind of market conditions, just staying patient is the best play here. Like I say, safest sells for the session at least would be below 1985. Which I know is 150 pips away. So yeah, if we don't get there, then obviously maybe I just don't get a trade.
So how will the public holiday in South Africa affect international markets going up?
What public holiday?
Isn't today a public holiday?
I don't know. I didn't think so.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
I'm raving. I know it's gonna have no effect, but I'm pretty sure today's a public holiday.
It is, bro.
Yeah, it's
See, the
good
thing
there.
is, like, I only used to know if it was a public holiday, if the school or if my boss told me. Now I'm the boss. So
Hmm.
South African public
Oh,
holidays don't affect trading, so
I
I
have a son.
don't even know them.
Cool.
Yeah, so the school tells you, yeah? Well,
Yeah.
obviously it has to
So
be your own.
else I'd never fucking know, bro. I don't even know what day of the week it is sometimes, dude. Let me see.
That's it,
Look
you
at what I was
get
doing in the beginning. Look at my journal, bro. If you go into like the first fucking 15 pages of my journal for the year's trading, it says 2024, bro. I wasn't even in the
Oh
right
yeah, I
year.
remember that.
Fuck me. So like, yeah.
Oh no, that's proper, bro. Yes, bro. I'm really not a guy that likes hats, but yes, that hat is sick. Eh?
And I don't know if you can, the image is quite small on YouTube, but I don't know if you can see it's embroidered. It's actually very nice quality.
Yeah. Jeez, if I ever try go bald, then I think before I do that, I'm gonna purchase a hat. So. Get me a one-story hat. So.
Good idea, Jared. Fuck. Faraz, I thought you said you've been watching for a long time. You should know better, bro.
Bro, I need to
Were you
turn that
watching
around.
last week? Hey? No.
This is the oak that had like 10 tabs open and I was like popping in and saying gold, gold, gold. That's why I put him in timeout.
It's very well known that we get nice volume pre-London on gold. On the opening of this new 4-hour, we often see very nice moves. If you go back to last week, if you were here last week, if you've been here so long, just last week we had a 110 pip winner pre-London. We had a 160 pip winner pre-London. Like I say, obviously every system has their periods. Look, gold has been in a range. It's been tough. Like I say, there's things I could have improved on with entries and that kind of thing. Maybe waiting for safer entries, keeping in mind the market conditions. But overall, like I say, it's still very well known that we can get these super nice moves pre-London. this move was basically done at London Open. London Open came and we consolidated. Same story here. Although this day London Open actually bought the pullback, and then you continued on later on. Around Asian close, you got that continuation.
Morning.
Hey, what's up?
How's
How are
it?
you, bro?
Good,
Good, and
man.
you?
Yeah, I was about to say, it's a public holiday when Wayne's chatting on the London session.
Yeah, I was also about to say, that confirms it for me, basically.
Yeah, no, I planned my leave around these public holidays, bro.
Yeah, no, it's good, you must. So you get the most out of it, eh?
Yeah, take 2 days off, but you get 5 days.
Yeah. So are you off on Monday as well?
Yeah,
Yeah, unfortunately Monday is a pound bank holiday, so there will be no
Goldies.
there will be no London session on Monday. For members, we'll do the weekly breakdown, and I will send weekly breakdowns to the Discord as well, the free Discord. But we'll actually do a Zoom session for members Monday morning. The way we are respecting here on the lower time frames, I could still see us moving up, but this is just like, I mean, the 15-minute looks terrible. 30 minutes, terrible. Might be one of those days we wait for London Open and then just see how it goes. Indeed. Hey, what's up? I don't know if you would say golden or gold Dan. Gold Dan. This is one of those situations where it's like, I could see us moving up, but I can't see an entry. And when it's like that, you kind of just have to stay out. You. That's big facts. I like that. The only thing, the only thing streak that matters is the amount of money made year after year. Everything in between is just noise. And that's big facts. Man's coming in hot.
Yeah, that's always said, you start focusing on quarters and so on and so forth there.
Yeah. Quarter on quarter. Jared, why don't we play a game of chess? It's been a while since we've actually played some chess, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm down. I have to warn you, I'm a lethal weapon on the game, in the game.
It's Freedom Day today, that's what's going on. Yeah, lethal weapon, yeah. Just
Yeah,
remember,
that's
I'm not a 200 elo.
okay. Maybe I'm less of a lethal weapon than I remember. Do you want to play 10 minutes or what? 3 minutes?
Yeah, oh,
Wow.
no, I got time today. Eh, need to log in, yeah.
Be shy, show us some passwords.
Nah, not today. Yo, I played this daily game or you have like 3 days to move. I think this game went on for like a month. Finally checkmated the guy. Did you send an invite?
Yeah, I did. Should come through. Just go full screen with it
Oh,
when it comes
sorry.
out.
I need to have bought this game. Oh. Guys, I'm waiting for the 30-minute candles close here and the hourly. If we close bullish, we can look for those bars again. Or I'll look for those bars again, should I say. I actually haven't played like a 10-minute game in a while.
I play the 3 minute, dude. I really smoke the 3 minute because it's quick enough where you're actually playing the whole time. It's like the 10 minutes, sometimes people, yeah, they take long, bro. And then you sit there waiting and waiting and waiting for this price to move. And then sometimes when they're losing, they make you sit there for like, the majority of the match, and then it just ends in them like leaving, you know what I mean? And it's like, man.
This 30-minute looks nice if we could close above there. This guy. Jared.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Do
you know what that's called?
What?
There's a name for that where you like, you just keep checking the guy and you take all his pieces. It's called a windmill. I don't know if you've seen it or.
Have you? No, I haven't checked it out. Have you done like a chess course or not?
No.
This monkey used to play in school, bro, when he was young.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Okay, I need to muster up some chest strength here. This is not going well.
Connor, that screenshot Jared shared in our WhatsApp group, bro, should have scared you.
What did he show?
Which one was this?
The one with the fucking 25 queens.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't play somebody that could get 40 points of material above you.
There's someone speaking to my dad on Discord pretending to be me. What the hell?
It's your dad, bro.
To my own
Scam
father,
us.
bro. What the fuck?
He's your dad asking, how are you, my son?
Yeah, he says to them, why you have such a strange number if you're from South Africa? They said, no, you're definitely speaking to Connor Abrams. This is my trading company WhatsApp line. Okay. Yeah, right.
Did your dad tell them at the end that, I mean, it's my fucking son?
Nah.
Just imagine your dad is like, Con, I just sent you some money. When can I expect it back? What
Imagine.
the fuck? Oh, dude.
Guys, you need to be careful of these people online. Scamming is a very lucrative business. Just trap my bishop.
He's triple F ready posing in his underwear. But no, it's a gym photo, bro. Okay. May seem like
Also,
that, but it's not like that.
to the guys in the community, bro, if you see someone in Discord that is scammy, like, let us know, because we can't always see it.
Yeah, sometimes they also have like weird names. They use weird characters, so if I go and search in the Discord for someone who's impersonating me, I can't necessarily find them. I have to scroll all the way to the bottom, and you know, at this point there's like 700-800 people in there. It's gonna get to a point where I can't really keep track.
These scammers are ruthless, bro. They don't care.
No, they really don't.
Just imagine messaging your dad, bro, out of all people.
Dude, I'm busy calculating, like, okay, if I move my rook, take that pawn now, then you can fork my king and my rook. Okay, let me move my king. Leave my rook hanging. Goodness. Yeah, I'm out of practice here.
Yes, bro. If you
Clearly.
play chess like you traded, bro. You'd have some issues.
So much bullish pressure for gold. Yeah, when this 30-minute candle closes, that will be really nice for us to then look for the bars. 15-minute close bullish, cool, but I mean, right now, your 15-minute candles are printing side by side. 30-minute, I think, will be a nice confirmation to see that 30-minute candle actually closing above these previous candle bodies. And then we kind of just ignore that previous candle because it had a wick up, wick down, closed doji. So nothing really happened there. I think I have to resign you, Jared. I can't.
No. I
Jared.
refuse. I want to get my 7 queens.
Childish.
No, Connor, don't do it. Don't do it.
Childish.
Dude, I was about to make 160 points of material. Oh, goodness.
Get fucked, Connor.
Yeah, nah. Oh, it actually wasn't. Oh, it wasn't my dad. It was someone he knows.
Jeez, bro. Imagine pitching up at work. Your dad pitches up at work on like Tuesday after the public holidays. Like, jeez, I sent him some money this weekend, and it's just he's blocked me. I don't know. Could I come over tonight to speak to him or see what's going on? Do you know anything?
That's why I told
Yes.
fucking meeting. Connor Abrams, love trading, blah blah blah.
But you know what makes it worse is I actually messaged that guy. Cause like I said, it's
Really?
my father's friend. So I sent him a friend request on Discord because I saw him join the server. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Like, let me check in, see how he's doing. And he never responded to me. But he goes and responds to a scammer. Bro, what do these guys have over me? Like, they are better at like selling what I do than I am. I couldn't get someone to give me money. Not that I would want to, but like, people are just handing money over to these people. Handing money
Did
over
he
all
send
the
him
time.
money?
No. There was only one
Oh,
hook I know
actually,
that
yeah.
actually gave money. But he's an absolute
Oh,
idiot. But I mean, like, to go and have a whole conversation with the guy. Like I say, I actually messaged this guy. And he didn't respond to me. Actually me. But he'll respond to a scammer. I don't get it.
Oh, dude, that's proper funny, yeah. But remember that one time that scammer that was impersonating you video called me? And then I just missed the video call, bro.
Hey?
I remember.
Jeez, bro, imagine he created some AI filter, bro, and then he's now he's got on and then I answered it's actually Connor, and I'm like, hi, and he's like, yes, Connor Abrams here. How are you? I'd be like,
I'll be fucking freaked
Shit,
out, so
bro.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, this
I'll be
AR stuff is hectic though. Like deepfake and you never know.
dude, like when I knew, okay, cool, you really have to be careful, is when they made a whole 3-hour podcast with Joe Rogan and Steve Jobs, bro. And they had full-on conversations, dude. Like they would literally speak, like if you go listen to it and you didn't know that Steve Jobs passed away and you know, whatever,
Yeah.
you'd think, yo, you know, that was a very good interview. And then, dude, it's ridiculous, bro.
Mm.
Did you also check that podcast of Joe Rogan where he speaks to that lady about the like hybrid animals that they're creating in America? That's like half robot, half rat. It's
No,
like,
man.
Haven't, yeah? I must admit.
That's pretty hectic, eh?
Yeah, the podcast
you're
I
gonna get
really
humans
enjoyed
like
as
that
of
soon.
late.
It's fuck. Never mind fighting a lion, bro. I gotta fight a half lion, half robot. Jesus.
Dude,
Imagine.
but wild animals are crazy, bro. Because literally, we think like, yo, dude, we could take a wild animal, bro. Dude, if your
No.
house cat decided like it's gonna mess you up, bro, that thing's gonna mess you
Your
up.
house
No,
cat.
fuck that.
Like,
Flat through
Yo,
your
house
wall.
cat, bro.
Kick
Not a
that
push,
thing
bro.
so
A house cat,
far.
Jared. A
No,
house cat,
dude.
Jared. How can you
A
disrespect yourself?
house cat.
Cat can fuck you up,
No,
bro.
Jared, that's
Oh,
pushing it.
Jared.
It would have been
That's
okay if you
you.
said a
Nah,
pit bull or something.
Nah, dude, I
Ah,
But I
promise you, bro. I
can't.
saw, dude,
Jared,
I saw a
no.
video. Okay, no, listen.
Oh, no, this
Just
makes
let
so
me
much
speak,
fucking
bro.
sense, bro. The fart,
Not
John
that
Jones,
part, nigga.
Mango Seal, the same fucking thing.
Dude, okay, I watched a video of this guy. He's chilling with his cat on his lap, and he's like just streaming or something like that. And then this cat decides, okay, yeah, I've had enough, bro. And I don't know, it just like goes for his neck, dude, or something. And dude, how are you punching a house cat that's biting your neck, bro? What are you doing?
Bro,
Like, and you can't
you get
rip
the
it
Bro,
off,
you
fucking thing
just
behind
grab
his
that
neck.
thing.
You cat and you grab
No,
it behind
okay.
his neck. Yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
okay,
fuck,
cool.
it doesn't move.
You're gonna grab it.
Bro,
You're gonna grab it
grab
behind
it
its
a
neck, bro. It
house
has its teeth in your neck, bro. Are you just gonna pull off? Hey, nah.
A fucking house cat,
refuse,
Jared.
dude.
That is
Dude,
disrespectful
I
to
refuse,
yourself,
dude.
dude. Come on, bro.
Oh my
Ah,
goodness.
no, bro. Fuck me.
Dude,
House
one
cat.
day I'm gonna bring a wild house cat into your room.
I'll kick
Right?
it
I'm just gonna
flat
fucking
into the wall,
let this
man.
thing go, bro. Dude,
And
yeah,
I'm telling you
dude.
now, it has to be. What is that other cat called? Let's go bigger than a house cat. You get what's that cat?
A bobcat.
And then after
Uh,
that,
it's a caracal or a serval.
no, that thing with the pointy ears, Wayne.
Yo,
It's a
Oh,
caracal, a roy
cool.
cat.
A roy cat, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
caracal.
That thing, I'm telling you, will fucking hurt you. But I rate we can still take that on as a person.
Nah,
Anything bigger than
Dude.
that thing, fuck. That's what I believe.
You are like, bro, there's literal people in this world that think they could fuck up a polar bear, bro. Nick is one of them.
Retarded, dude. Like, that's just dumb.
Dude.
Jared, these levels though. A house cat, bro. Really?
fucking house
yeah.
That's like
Dude,
fighting a
no.
baby. It's actually cool to even like talk about it, like punching a house
Jeez,
cat,
bro.
bro. What? No.
Bro, you know what makes me laugh is when people think that like a pit bull or a dog can take on a lion or a tiger, bro. I'm like,
Yeah,
what
no,
the hell?
That, a
Dude, I
lion or
watched
tiger,
it.
good,
Yeah.
bro.
I watched the
Literally
video
stuff
with
up.
this bro. It's these oaks at the zoo, bro. And then at this one zoo, they have like a rope that's coming through the lion enclosure. And like these 4 oaks are pulling, bro, like pulling this rope. And the lion's
Oh,
literally just chilling there,
chilling.
bro. Like,
Yeah.
dude, not even like struggling. Literally just has it in its mouth, dude. Like those things are ridiculously strong.
Yeah, bro. And that's a female lion as well, eh, Jared?
That's it.
It's a female lion. That's in that video. Yeah.
Sure. It's
You
crazy.
know what I find funny? People that think they can box with a fucking gorilla. You're dumb. Not fucking stupid. That's all I know. If you think you can take on a gorilla, no, my friend. Fuck.
Ned, what if it's for self-defense? If it's attacking you?
Bro, I will never kick any animal out of thing. But we were speaking about fighting for your life now, and a house cat is
Yeah.
not doing that. That's why people don't like in that video, Jared. You see the oak like get attacked by the cat, but that's why the cat doesn't get fucked up because you don't want to hurt your own house cat. It's like you can literally just grab the thing and fucking hold it and get a few scratches on your arm rather than like go ballistic, you know. But there's no fucking way, bro. Dude, think about it. How's that thing's teeth even gonna reach where it needs to reach to kill you? No, man, Jared.
No, okay, wait. Let
No,
me just say
no,
something
no,
and then
you
I'll
don't.
carry on with this conversation. Ned, we're not saying we would kick a house cat, whatever the case is. We're saying theoretically, like I said, I watched a video where this oak got
No.
attacked by a house cat. And then people think like, oh, you know, I could take on a wild animal, bro. Like, dude, even the smallest wild animals can really, really, really destroy you, dude. But have you seen that video speaking about gorillas where the lady at the zoo, bro, the two male gorillas are fighting and she's like,
Oh yes.
where's the zookeeper? Like the zookeeper's gonna go in
You
there
know
and just
that
like body
Mark Tyson-
slam into stuff.
Mark Tyson wanted to pay a zookeeper $10,000 to go into the gorilla's cage and fight the gorilla. You know that? That's a
Jeez.
real fucking story, bro. You would have got destroyed, but yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a real story,
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
Back in the day, like when he was younger. But I mean, he had lots of animals, like wild animals, bro. I don't know if you've seen that. There's a picture of him in his old house, bro, his old mansion, with his white tiger in
Yeah.
front of him.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
hard.
that's his old house, bro. Like, yeah, nah. But he loves pigeons. Pigeons is his go-to, bro. Have you seen the podcast where Mark Dawson's speaking to Logan Paul and them, bro? And then he takes mushies. He tells a fucking
Oh,
like
yeah.
5 grams of
Dude.
mushrooms, and then he
Yes.
writes that
I
pigeon.
can't-
Always Charles
Yeah.
Mushies on these podcasts.
Nah, bro, that
Bro,
oak
I
likes.
can't watch that, bro. I
There's
can't
a
watch
toad.
Mike Tyson, dude. Yeah,
What?
dude. Dude, the sounds of
Wait.
eating just thrill me, bro. Like I can barely sit at a dinner table with people, bro. Now Mike Tyson's sitting there in the mic, like with a mouthful of mushrooms chowing, bro. Yeah,
Yeah, but he don't give a fuck, bro. He starts speaking. That's he starts
Yeah.
speaking because his mouth's full of fucking mushies, bro. And they just speaking back like they understand him. Fuck, I was laughing.
Yeah, yes, dude. No, but dude,
Just-
I have a friend that did he like eats with his mouth open, right? Like, and you tell him,
You're
dude,
not.
stop it, like, dude,
No,
and you
Smith.
share it, bro. I don't go to dinner or lunch or anything with this brand bro, because I throw, bro. I literally like I feel disgusted, bro.
Jared, I
It's-
will literally
it's
smack in your
very
mouth, but not like
funny.
worst club. Like just like a little, like I'll make a little bucky with my hand and I'll just hit you over your mouth on purpose. Like just to give you a fright, bro. Like that's all I'll do. Like, as in, like, listen, you're being fucking rude now. Oh,
Yo, dude, I can't. I
fucking can't know what
really,
to
really
do.
can't. Dude.
What is going?
I don't
I
know.
know you're
bro.
showing us
This is what I'm seeing on gold. I think we either go up, we go down, or we go sideways.
Anyways, yes, Connor, that's a good choice. Is there no other option?
Dude, that is like that's groundbreaking analysis. That's it.
No, bro, we've lost him. It's over.
We just call it
This
a
is like-
day.
Up, down, and
This is like dinosaur
sideways.
Same as the dinosaur bat. Same fucking thing.
But on the real, Bard Ossia, do you think do you think we'll see a bottom wick on the daily candle? If you see something like that, would you be more aggressive with sales? So that's what I'm like thinking in the back of my mind here. You know, we back at this 2000 level, struggling to break above right now. Thinking to be more aggressive with seeing what I'm seeing here. You know, look at the hourly. But I will say that I've tried it before, and I don't think it's a good approach. I've got the safer sales marked out below 1985 here, for good reason. Looking at our structure right now, looking at the way the 4-hour candles closed, we could easily continue moving up here to 2008, 2010. I don't want to take such aggressive sells with the way we are looking right now, with the way we've been respecting this demand zone all week. Also, with the First Republic Bank story yesterday, you know, like I said, it's not holding much weight. It hasn't had a major market impact, but it could definitely just keep that demand in gold, keep it a little bit stronger. So I wouldn't want to take such aggressive sells. I'm looking at it and I'm like, I want to look at something, you know, based off this hourly closing bearish. And you never know. We could break those lows and continue moving down all the way down to 1985. And hey, that's 120 pips. But I think it would be better to just play it safe, being in this higher time frame consolidation, not having clear direction. If there were fundamental factors that were saying sells, if maybe we looked a little bit different on a couple different other time frames here, I could look at it. But I don't want to get caught on this daily time frame. Because even though we closed bearish yesterday, we never closed, we didn't even engulf the previous daily candle. We still closed above this 19, let's just call it 1980 demand zone. So we could still very well continue bullish. And then you do also have, I mean, this move up through Asian session, that was quite clean. You could see that get corrected with London volume coming in, and then, you know, maybe continue flip bearish on the daily, continue moving down. But it's very aggressive to be taking sells here. I mean, I've been taking sells from this area all week, but now, to me, it's off the cards. Maybe later in the day, if we just range, maybe we have low volume again like yesterday, and we just range in this area again, and then you get a bearish 4-hour candle coming into New York open, and then this data comes out, very good for the dollar. So if this data is one-sided, if you have good GDP and good unemployment claims, then you can look at sells. But right now, I think it's going to be hectic. I think we could just still be creating a bottom wick on the 4-hour here. I actually was initially looking for pullbacks to 1995. It was on my screen when I started here. And this is the London breakdown right here. Waiting for those pullbacks and support to form for potential buys of 1995. So we'll see how that plays out. I thought with this bullish 30-minute here possibly forming a support that we might just continue up on the opening of that new 4-hour, and you did get a push up there, but looks like we'll get a deeper pullback now, steeper bottom wick on the 4-hour, and then maybe just wait and see if we form that support. If not, we let it just play out and then look for safer selling opportunities later in the day, once you actually have confirmations of a strong dollar, technical confirmations on the higher time frame. Because picture this, if your daily and your 4-hour candle are both bearish and you've got good news for the dollar, there's like a 99% chance that gold goes down. It's pretty much like certain. Obviously, we'll just see how much weight that news is holding. But I'm just saying, if your daily candle yesterday was bearish, today's candle has no bottom wick, and you had a bearish 4-hour with good news for the dollar, we would then, you know, possibly look for those more aggressive sells. Right now, we're just waiting for all of that information. We've only got a bearish daily candle yesterday. Like I say, the way it actually closed, not really closing below any sort of support, not even engulfing the previous daily candle, it doesn't really count for much. I don't want to get stuck on that daily having no bottom wick. Would rather look for the continuation bars here. As you can see, we're coming off nice bullish volume through Asian session. Just consolidating here, coming into London. If we close above 2000 or 1999.95, just call it 2000. If we close above there at London open, you know, maybe we come up to yesterday's highs. Hey Zakir, I do remember you. Been a long time. Where have you been?
Connor,
Yeah.
a guy that deadlifts 200 kilos can get fucked up by a house cat. Can you just imagine that?
Oh, I'm like wondering, who are you talking about? Oh, Jared.
A guy that can deadlift 200 kgs, bro. Says a
Yeah,
house
so
cat can fuck you.
I think Jared would surprise himself. Jared, I think that you'd beat House Cat in a fight.
Jared,
I
bro,
believe in you.
I even believe you'll beat the house cat in a fight. That's what I'm gonna say, bro. But yeah.
But no, guys, house cats are deadly. Yeah. Okay, not
Bro, you
deadly,
can
but bro,
do it.
those things will hurt you.
You can't come back from this, Jared. You not a fucking you come back from. You said a house cat will beat you. I will never let this go, ever.
Dude, nah, I think a house cat.
So what
will
do you do?
surprise
What do you
bro.
do when you walk into a house and there's like 5 house cats, bro? Do you shit yourself? You're like, oh fuck. Now I'm in like territory, like basically walking into a house full of like 5 pit bulls in the yard. Is that how you
You-
feel? You feel
You
like
know
your
what would
life's in
freak
danger.
Jared out?
What?
In Kuwait. Kuwait is like by Dubai. They have these street cats. But because they've been living on the streets and they hunt rats and shit, they're not just flipping house cat. They've evolved and
gangster.
they flipping big, bro. And my uncle was living in Kuwait and I don't know, they rescued one of these cats and they brought it back. Bro, when I went and visited him in PE, yeah, I was with Kay, and then she went to the toilet, and like I just heard her scream, and then I went running and I had a look, and there's this fucking cat sitting on the bed, bro. It's literally like this, like I don't know, you can't really see me in the camera, but it's fucking jacked, dude. It's jacked. That thing is like bigger than my dog's. That would freak Jared out, and you must see its claws. It's crazy. I actually have a picture of
probably
it
like-
somewhere.
It's actually got a thick jaw as well, probably, eh? Because a cat's jaw evolves when it's like out and hunts on its own like that as much.
Oh my god,
So-
you see its teeth. That thing
Jared.
with the holes
That's what
in
I'm.
you.
That's what I'm
Jared
saying, bro. I'm not
fucking
trying to.
big.
But
find
that's
Hey,
not a
so-
house cat, Jared. That thing will eat a house
Let's
cat's
make
head
some
off.
bro. I'll put my money on the cat, bro. Jared, come on, dude. We can make some cash here.
Jared,
Yeah, wait,
Google
what did you say?
Google a cat called a Maine Coon.
A Maine Coon.
M-A-I-N and then M-A-I-N and then space C-O-O-N, bro. That's a proper house cat, but it's huge, bro.
Yeah. No, dude, these things are proper, bro.
Wayne, what's the links again, bro? Where's that? Is that after a cut? Isn't it?
No, a lynx, a caracal, and a roy cat is the same thing.
It's the same thing, eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think we could take on a lynx as like a human?
No,
a
bro.
male?
Dude.
You don't think so?
I don't think so, bro. Like power wise,
okay, well-
I think you'd be evenly matched, but that thing
Yeah,
will
but
cut you up,
you-
bro.
Yeah, you'll probably okay. I think it depends if you get like if it comes at you and you can grab it in the right moment so that it doesn't. But its claws are gonna fuck you up. But if you can hold its head off you, I think you'll survive it. I don't think you're gonna
I've
kill it.
I've watched a video where guys went and hunted a leopard, bro. And
And they
there's
shot
3 guys with a gun, and then the
Yes,
one
I've
guy
seen it.
misses, and the leopard jumps onto him, bro. It's like 2 seconds, bro, and this guy was in the ICU, bro. 2
Did you see the
seconds, bro.
afterwards?
Dude, if you ever want to watch a crazy video, bro, you must go YouTube, man gets attacked by a tiger on top of an elephant.
I've seen that thing up the
I've
bush
seen
along
that one. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
it jumps up.
Dude,
Jeez,
it
Right, have you
jumped
seen the
on
one where
top
the
of an
oak's on the
elephant.
scooter?
Dude,
that's
Bro, have you
crazy.
seen the one where the oak's on the scooter, bro, and they're driving, and the tiger comes out the fucking like jungle next to them to chow them, and it runs after them.
Oh yeah, I've seen that
Jeez.
video.
Yes, bro. My scooter turns into 1000cc real quick, my friend. Yo. But bro, tigers are retarded, dude. Like tigers are really like they can like they're different compared to lions. It's like a house cat that's just fucking overgrown because it can
But
jump like that. It can do everything like a cat.
tigers are known to attack humans though. Like in India,
I'm smart.
they
Because we
attack
shoot them,
humans.
we hunt them.
No, but
So-
they get a taste for human blood.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can find a picture of a cat like this. No.
But they say like the most dangerous wild animals are the ones that are injured and can't hunt, because then humans are easy prey, bro. So if like it's the only thing you can eat because you're injured, you know you're going for it. So nah, I'm not trying to find out, bro.
Okay, but here's the question: lion or shark? Which one you gonna at least if you don't have a choice? Which one you gonna
To
find?
fight one.
They
Yeah.
equally
Yeah,
as
bro, I think
dangerous.
the shark, bro.
Fuck that, bro. I'm going lion, dude. I'm hoping the lion's choking
Nah.
on something of me, bro. That's it. Fuck
Yeah,
that, bro. I'm not getting in
I-
water.
I think
Bro,
a
what you
lion
gonna do in water?
because in the water you're dead anyway.
Bro, what are you gonna do in water? Ned, you crazy, bro. What are you gonna do in the water?
Yeah.
Nothing. You're like an
You
idiot in the
poke
water.
that thing's eye, bruh. You poke the shark's eye, dude.
Fuck.
Punch it in the nose.
Or if it's me and Jared, I'll moor him on the nose, let him bleed and swim away.
Sorry, Jared. Oh, just start swimming. I'll go for dinosaur.
Oh.
DJ, bro, you go forth. Oh, shit, man.
Dude, we make it sound so simple, bro. Like poke it in the eye, turn it upside down, and it sleeps, dude. Like,
And it sleeps.
bro, like it's a little button you press, bro. Like, and then the shark
Bro,
is
that's
off.
what
Dude. Like,
No, dude. How does it make sense, eh? Like, if that thing's got you in its mouth now, okay, eyeball, poke, and then it lets you go, punch the shark on the nose. My friend, Tati, you try punch a full punch underwater, bro. Please, if you can hit solidly underwater, you something else.
Yeah, I can barely swim, bro. You want me to fight a shark or a lion?
Nah, bro.
Folks.
I'm just hoping the lion chokes on something, dude. That's it.
I have a request.
Yeah.
I think you guys
Yeah.
have to turn your cameras on.
Nah, Connor, you have to give us better heads up than that, dude.
I can't, bro. New laptop camera. Sorry, sir.
Jared hasn't drawn in his hair yet.
Oh, dude. What the hell, bro?
Oh shit. Okay guys, I'm gonna come back
You
now.
guys are hectic.
Yo, wait, though.
Please behave
Yeah.
while I'm gone. Yo.
Each and every time I come here, I'm abused, bro.
Jared, I don't know. That's fine, bro. Jared's not. I don't abuse you like that, bro. That was the one.
Nah, dude, every time I speak to you guys, bro, you guys have to insult me. Eh? I don't know what it is, bro.
No, that was fine. That was out of nowhere, bro.
He's out of line, Wayne. Red card, bro. Red card.
Sorry, guys. I couldn't help it.
No, you can't
I
help
think
it,
you
Wayne.
could have. I think you could have, Wayne.
I retract my statement, comrade.
Yeah. Honorable member.
Honorable member, apologize.
Oh God, yeah, for it. Somebody that poses in his underwear should have no problem with the face cam
Wow.
and a big
That
smile.
doesn't know. You take how to take photos in the gym, bro. I'm asking my underwear, dude.
Are you in your? Is that an underwear picture for real?
No, bro, it's gym pants, dude. On my chest.
Oh, your
bro.
shirt's off. No, I don't know. I didn't
Yeah.
see it, bro. That's what I'm asking what he's
Yeah.
talking about.
It's- Oh, man's having a field day.
No, man, fuck Wayne. Yes. Fucking throw your hair on still. Yeah. Fuck.
Crazy.
You're not helping the cause now.
I don't care.
Let it go.
I can't let it go. It's like Jared and House Cat. Just some things I have to go through it before I can accept it.
Dude, have you? But South African politicians, bro, that kills me. Dude. The one where they called that one member of parliament a Teletubby, bro. Then they were fighting it. So, like, honorable member, please make him retract his statements. I'm not a Teletubby or something like that, bro. Still,
No,
still,
Lord. No, our parliament's something else, bro. Fucking hell. Well, I've seen some shit.
That's the moment you start selling the rand, bro.
Yeah. Dude,
Boss,
Eskom's a push, bro. Every time we upgrade it to stage 6, I sell I buy USDs are
You say Eskom's a push is providing you with the signals there.
yeah, 100%.
I wonder if USDs are pumps when we have like State of the Nation addresses, eh? I've never had a look at it.
Moves, eh?
Surely it pumps, bro. Yo, I think we should start trading the State
Listen,
of the
Oaks,
Nation
that's what I was
address.
thinking in our answer, because listen, we in the country. If we want to fuck stuff up, we can.
No, dude, trust me, bro.
Sounded
Like,
tricky.
dude, USDs are with the spreads, bro. You never make money, dude. You really have to hold positions for a while and sit through like hectic drawdown.
Listen, Jared, want to see some volume? Oh, when I
Go
say
put a 0.01 on USDs on and tell me how the spreads are.
yeah, no. When I say bar, just bar, okay? That's all you gotta do.
Goodbye.
When's the next president's live meeting on TV?
Let's actually have a look at USDs here. I don't even think I have it. Oh no, I do.
Fucking house cat. Yes.
You're not gonna get over that one, are you?
Never, bro. I can't believe someone I know said a house cat could beat them, bro.
Just the USDs are is volatile, bro. That's really a pair that'll put hair on your chest there.
Oh, I mean, in the last 2 months, 3 months, we've been ranging between 1775 and like 1850. It's quite a big change. It's 40 minutes until London Open. We'll see what happens. GJ's at that resistance now, showing signs of, just reacting to that resistance, but we'll see if we can end up closing above on the hourly candle for those potential buys. Gold, I reckon if the hourly could close above 2000 at London Open, we could potentially see those moves up. This 30-minute could close above, which kind of wouldn't look too bad, but on the 15-minute it's kind of just ranging. So I think actually waiting for the hourly to close above there, and then obviously with London open volume, then we don't have to worry too much about this noise on the lower time frames. So I don't want to really take it based off the 30-minute candle closing above, just because of the timing now. So I will be waiting for London open at this point.
Connor, so I had a pretty sick idea, dude. You see that cap they have on?
Yeah.
So they have like 9 different colors in it, bro. So imagine you took 9 different colors and you got Monster Money printed on them, and then you put them behind you, like 333 or something.
Oh,
I was
that
just
actually would
thinking
be quite sick.
So that's what I was just thinking. It looks so dank, like as a background.
Yeah. That will be dope. Queso, she
Yeah.
wants a pink one. Do they have pink?
They do have pink, yeah. They got purple, pink, and apparently, I think if I speak to them, I can make the front cap like pink, and like I could have made that white netting like white if I wanted to, or pink, or green,
Oh,
or
yeah. I think obviously with
so.
pink, the white netting would be nice.
Yeah, but I mean, it's normal. I think it would be pink on pink. But like I'm saying now, with your black cap, if you had blue in your logo, for example, the back of the netting could have been blue. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I think you must get a final design of how you want the thing. But I'm fine. I think that looks so sick, bro. That white on black looks so clean.
Yeah,
So
no, I really like the white on black. Because, I mean, that
yeah,
is
but
kind of the color theme. It's just
yeah.
simple, clean, white on
I
black
was just
kind of
thinking
thing.
like you'd have like black on pink, for example. Like you can get white on pink, of course, but like some of them would have black on it, to match the color that they're on. So if you had like white, black, white, black, white, black, when you put them out, it would be dank. So let's actually see how many colors there are. Why are you laughing? Tell me also. Huh?
No, I was just looking at Monster Money's story on Instagram.
Oh yeah, fuck. Jared told me to.
Cock funny.
Why are you not following this?
Just know rather laugh at that, eh? Yo.
Ugh. Nah, gold this week. It's not it. So far, we're looking just like yesterday, actually.
Yeah, bro. K don't play, eh? 4 fucking scoops away.
I think maybe they're little. It's a little scoop, is it not?
I don't know. It's fast, dude. It's fast forwarded. So I'm not sure. But like 4 scoops. Yeah. Fucking trying to keep up with you or something.
Just getting the games.
Clearly. I can come back bench more than you.
You mad.
Yeah,
I actually haven't
imagine.
benched
No.
in a while. In my
Me too,
program, I
bro.
just have like Smith machine bench
We
press.
must do chess together next time, bro. So we
Yeah,
can
nice.
spot. I would love. Because yeah, I'm keen.
How was legs, eh?
Yo, don't stop, bro.
Yeah,
It wasn't intense, bro, but fuck. I've been out of it, so I was getting mooded, bro. Not that's all though.
still hectic though.
No, it was intense, but it wasn't like, like I'm on pre-workout intense, because then we're quacking. Then you know how it gets.
Quack.
Nah, bro. I was Connor, bro. When I tried that pre-workout, I changed a little bit, bro. Just a little bit. Fucking. Do you see, Connor? Did I superset anything last night? I
Nah.
didn't. You know, before fucking triple set
Yeah,
shit, bro.
Yeah, you used to do that shit.
You know, I
I
don't have
remember like
that
you
routine.
would start the next exercise before you even done on the previous one.
Yeah. No, but I used to love it, bro. I couldn't do one thing. It doesn't feel right to just do one thing in gym, bro. So always do something. I
Yeah,
always
the
used to do
supersets are
dumbbell press.
actually, it's proper. They do work really nicely.
Yeah, like I always used to do incline dumbbell press with the Z-bar curls. So it's like it's not two chest things, but it's like two things, you know.
Mm.
I mean, I did shoulders, I quadruple setted shit, bro. I'd fucking do 4 things straight and just hop to each one and have like a circuit I'm doing. Yeah. No, I'm cock lazy. Eenmaal.
Gold is literally making me yawn.
Yeah, bro. This is not like if London doesn't push it, bro, we're not gonna get out of this. It's gonna keep consolidating.
Mm. But hey, we could close above here on the 30 and then we'll just see what happens. If it drives, it drives.
Hmm.
If we do push up on the next 30 minutes and the hourly candle ends up closing above 2003, I could look for those bars as well.
When do we have big dollar news again?
Next week. Oh, there's news this afternoon and tomorrow as well. But next week
But
is the big stuff.
big stuff, yeah. A message for you, Uncle Con, when you're ready. There we go, man. That's it's a 15-minute. I was gonna say that's a very nice engulfing bull pattern right there with those 3 candles, but
Mm.
it's for 15. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, this 30-minute candle closing above is kind of what I want. It's just like I say, I think if we wait for the hourly, it's going to be a nice stronger confirmation. And then with London volume coming in, we don't have to worry too much about this nonsense to the left on the 15 minutes. But yeah, we're pushing
Why
up here.
do
We're
that?
seeing this volume coming in. So we do look like we'll continue moving up. Just got to wait for obviously confirmations and look, 30 minutes until London Open. I do like to wait until London Open in a situation like this. So if it drives up now, because we are seeing volume coming in, we could just continue moving up before London Open. And if that's the case, then might just be a no trade day, or we have a look at GJ. But GJ, obviously, I want the bars above here. So right now, if we close bearish and we start moving back down, then we could see deeper pullbacks, and you just gotta wait. Good day. Can you please explain the bullish candle and the bearish candle pattern formed before the trend change from an uptrend to a downtrend, please? I'm a beginner trader. Could you specify what pair, what time? I'm not
It
too
sounds like
sure.
they're doing this. It's not bullish candle, bearish candle pattern formed before the trend changed. It is a bullish momentum candle next to a bearish momentum. What?
One thing I have to say though is gold is in a range. like, if you just look at it like that, there is no trend on gold. Like, from an intraday perspective, there's no trend on gold. We're in a range. So when you are in a range, that's showing indecision. There is lack of direction. And sometimes you can see sporadic price action. Maybe you'll see like a big bearish candle, then you'll see a big bullish candle. You know, you can see that kind of stuff. What we've seen throughout the week though is, you know, like last week, we had these moves into this demand zone and then we just reject. So like we had moves, we actually took these sells in the signal group on, what is that, Tuesday, Monday? And then we tapped into this level and we just rejected again. You know, so there's not enough volume to break lower. But at the same time, yesterday we tapped back into this resistance area and there wasn't enough volume to break higher. So just pure indecision. From an intraday perspective, from a day trading perspective, we can zoom in. We can have a look at, you know, what the 4-hour candle's doing. Look at our most recent ranges and we can try and take advantage of those ranges in these times of volume. But obviously we need to understand with current market conditions, if you don't have a clean setup, you know, like yesterday for instance, you could just end up sitting in a range for like 2 hours. Right here today, I believe that we've got this clean traffic here to move up still. So I think this is a cleaner idea than what we were looking at yesterday, what I was looking at yesterday. That swing point that formed a high then went to range. I really don't understand what you're saying. Maybe you're talking about this move up and then we formed this range. It's also just understanding the timing, understanding when markets move. This was Asian session and then this was pre-London hours. Sometimes we do see nice movement pre-London, but you know, sometimes if you've had a clean move through Asian, maybe we just consolidate pre-London and then maybe London brings a continuation.
We have a link for that.
The news history.
Like the history of our trades. Have we taken any news?
Oh,
Is that
okay.
Yeah,
like
I
to
don't
show
know
that
if
the
there's like there's no specific spreadsheet for news, but it's in the it's in the signals.
no, I mean, isn't it in the journal that we have that they can see all our trades we've taken?
I don't think Jared has the spreadsheet for last year.
Well,
I don't have the spreadsheet for last year, but there's the
Well-
the
I'll just
link for
answer
all the signals
what
this year.
last
That's
9
right.
news events we've had.
Can you explain the logic behind why candle closes with no wick close, the probability of the trend? It's all situational. Sometimes we could say that when a candle closes with no wick, that it doesn't leave range for the next candle to continue in that direction. But sometimes it could just show you that there's a lot of volume in that direction. Trying to just look for an example. So for instance here, you know, here there's candles with no bottom wicks that just drove up. So at that time, I mean, look at that candle. There was just a lot of volume. The thing is, the reason we like to wait for candles to form a bottom wick or a top wick is because 90% of our candles have wicks. And we know that you know, there's a 90% probability that it comes back to create that wick. So that's why we'll normally wait. But in an instance like this, you know, obviously there was just a lot of volume. This was actually market open. So that probably explains why. Maybe you even gapped up here. But this candle as well, same story, just a lot of volume to the upside. So we didn't get that candle immediately coming back to create a bottom wick. But I mean, this right here, like I say, was the daily open. So at that point we had moved up, you know, maybe 100 pips on that daily candle with no bottom wick. But we eventually came down on that same daily candle to create that bottom wick. Because like I say, most of our candles get bottom, like most of those candles form wicks at some point. Even if it's not immediately on that candle, you know, like I say, on the daily, it eventually came back to create that bottom wick. I'm also trying to just look for a scenario where we had no wick and then price reversed. Yeah.
Con, to your left. There's a perfect example right there.
So yeah, right here, you had this very strong bearish candle here. So, you know, when you see that candle, you might be thinking, okay, like the momentum has shifted bearish. We should be looking for sales, right? But the fact that this candle had no bottom wick, like I say, that could indicate to us that there's not enough range to continue moving down. Now, how are you going to know? You're not. So when you see these candles with no bottom wicks, just play it safe. Stick to the safer trade ideas. So for instance here, you didn't even have that much range to the next support anyway. And that's one of the scenarios I look at to determine if a candle has enough range to move in that direction or not. Is, you know, how much range do you actually have to the next support? Here there was like 13, 15 pips. So if you're looking for sales in this situation, actually waiting for us to break below that support would have been a safer trade idea anyway. So if you're looking for sales based off this hourly close, bearish, and because we formed resistance here at whatever level it is, because we closed with no bottom wick there, at that point I would say, okay, no, let's wait. Let's wait for the safer sales below this support right here. And you can see how quickly it reversed, because there clearly just wasn't enough range to move down. But at the end of the day, there's other reasons to justify this move up. So we need to just remember that candlesticks are just a tool that we use as retail traders to visualize order flow. At the end of the day, price is being moved by orders coming into the market. We are just looking at things that happen over and over again. So, you know, we can see these candles, okay, no bottom wick, you know, it's an interesting topic. It's something we see a lot. We do see these wicks come back to get created. We do see candles with no bottom wicks or no top wicks sometimes reverse. But at the end of the day, it comes down to order flow. So in this particular scenario, like I say, there were other factors at play driving price here. It wasn't, oh, this candle closed with no bottom wick, that's why we moved up. No, at that point in time, there were other things at play. There were still fears coming into the market. I think we had just had CPI, and then there was something at play here. But at the end of the day, like I say, higher time frame, I mean, we were bullish at that point in time on gold. So if you were just sticking to the higher time frame trend here, you wouldn't have been selling like an ape on that bearish hourly candle anyway. So if you've got that complete market image, you're looking at the higher time frame trend, you're understanding what's driving price, what's holding the most weight, then you can avoid situations like that. And on that note, that's why it's pretty tricky trading this current higher time frame range that we are in, because right now it's pretty difficult to determine what the trend is, what's holding the most weight. There's a lot of indecision in the market right now, and that makes it difficult to go about looking for these day trades. The ranges we're looking to play are not as clean as they normally are. There's no clear trend. Once we break out to the upside here, we can definitely say that on the higher time frame, we are back in that bullish, moving back in that bullish trend, because higher time frame are bullish here. If we're zooming out on a daily, it's clear to see. So if we start to break above like 2010, we can easily see us move back up to 2040 here. But on the same note, if we're breaking below 1970, we could see pullbacks to 1950, 1940, and still actually be bullish on a macro perspective. How do you trade news? It seems like a big gamble, these NFP and CPR. I would say go back and watch one of the streams from last year. But the way I approach it is actually waiting for the numbers to come out, but also having a plan beforehand. So having preset scenarios planned out, trade ideas planned out beforehand, and having those trade ideas based on how the numbers would come out. So for instance, we could do one right now. Let's say today we've got GDP and unemployment claims. Now, it's coming out at the same time. So if you get mixed numbers here, that's just going to be very tricky. We're in a range, and if you get mixed numbers, it's just going to lead to further ranging and whipsaws and whatever. So if numbers came out mixed there, that would be a scenario where I would potentially stay adaptive or not even take a trade. But if numbers came out good for both the GDP and unemployment claims, so overall good data for the dollar. So you've got some other news here as well, advanced GDP price index. So yeah, if all of this news came out good for the dollar, then we could potentially look for those setups to the downside. I was gonna say, if you were actually in a trend here on a higher time frame, you also need to understand what's holding the most weight. Like I say, right now we're in a range, so it's difficult to say. But like I say, if news comes out good overall for the dollar, let's just keep it simple and say that we would look for the sells on gold. If news was coming out overall bad for the dollar, then we would look for the buys on gold. There's more that goes into it, and that's why I say if you could go back and watch one of those last streams, you'll see how I approach it. But I would never take a trade before news. I have before, but not anymore. The way I do it now is I wait for numbers to come out and then go based off how the numbers are. Because the thing is, you never know how those numbers are going to come out.
What are your thoughts on the way gold closed?
I'm waiting for the hourly close. Yeah, like I say, I mean, I understand that we could just continue moving up here. But I mean, even on the 15, we didn't even close above resistance. So even if I were looking at taking the 15-minute setup, no, I wouldn't. Although the 30-minute closing above, that's enough for me, but it's just the timing now. Like I say, it makes sense to just wait for the hourly. GJ, just not enough volume to break up higher here. I would probably just expect ranging leading up to tomorrow's news. As this is GDP data, bad for dollar EVE, yeah, bad economic data obviously will feed into recession scares and bring demand to gold. So I think you'll have probably more a cleaner move if these numbers are coming out overall bad, because that's just going to feed into the current higher time frame sentiment, current higher time frame trend, and maybe give you breaks above 2013 even. And if we're breaking above there, then there's plenty of traffic to the upside. But yeah, I wouldn't bank on us breaking out of this range this week. We could, if those numbers are one-sided enough. I think you would need bad GDP, bad unemployment claims, and low inflation tomorrow. The core PCE numbers, I think you would need a combination of the three to see us actually break out to the upside. And on the other side of the coin, I think you would need to see really good GDP, good unemployment claims, and high inflation for us to actually come down and break below this range. So if you get that good GDP data today, maybe we come back down on the daily and flip bearish. But the low inflation tomorrow, sorry, high inflation tomorrow, if it comes out high, that is, will then possibly be enough to break below here. But like I say, I wouldn't bank on it. You would need some hard hitting news to break out of this high time frame range between 2013 and 1970. Tati, normally with the news, I'll actually scale into a lower time frame because, you know, sometimes those news moves can be very quick. So waiting for your 15 or 30-minute candles, sometimes you then just miss the move. And that is maybe something that you just have to be okay with. Sometimes not trading the news is actually a pretty good approach. the lower the time frame, the higher the risk. And obviously with news, things are extremely volatile. If you don't know what you're looking at, it's gambling. Like I say, I go based off the numbers, but I've been looking at these numbers for a while now. I've got an idea of how it affects price. So go and back test it. Go and forward test it. Go and look how the GDP numbers come out today and the unemployment claims start and see how that affects price. Don't go trade it today. Just have a look at it. Have a look at the data. Compare how it actually comes out to the forecasted numbers, to the previous numbers, and look how price reacts. Also, just take into account the current market conditions, the current market sentiment. You're not looking for these bars above 2003? Yeah, I said I wouldn't mind bars above there. I think at this point, I would actually like us to close above there on the hourly. Because obviously this is an hourly resistance now. So to close above 2003 at this point is going to make a lot of sense and probably be safer for us. There's 7 minutes here until London Open. Hopefully we close above 2003. Okay, give me 2 minutes. I'll be back now before London Open. Yeah, I'd really like us to close above 2003. If not, then maybe just wait for 15-minute candle to close above there at 9:15. GJ here. Looks like it's turning around, pushing up, might even close above. It's 3 minutes, let's see.
You guys check Capitec's Twitter account, what they posted there after yesterday.
No, what happened?
So their systems were down. So apparently everyone's bank balance was showing like 0 rand.
Oh no.
And then
word.
people started making memes about it. And then their Twitter, the official Capitec Twitter account posted, yes, guys, our systems are down. Calm down, we're sorting it out. It's not like you guys have millions of rands in the bank. If you keep making memes about us, we'll post your real bank balance.
Oh my word.
When your social media team has a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Bro, that is bro, that's spicy, bro. US. It's not like you have millions.
Ah, shame, man. Not everyone can be a Forex trader, eh? Con, when you open a buy or sell stop, how many transactions do you open? 2 or 3? No, so what I do is I generally just open one, and then when I'm going out to close my position, you can adjust the lot size that you're closing out. So if you've opened a 1 lot, when you go to close out, you'll see that 1 lot at the top of your MetaTrader. Then if I say I'm closing half, then you'd close, or I would close a 0.50. So that's normally how I do it. At times I do put in 2. It depends on the situation. If maybe I'm planning to leave a runner or something, like a big runner. If it's more of a swing trade kind of entry, maybe I'll put in 2 positions, just so that I can have different TPs, whatever, and manage it that way. Could be easier to put in multiple positions. When it comes to closing, you can obviously close out quicker. But obviously when it comes to entering the positions in, it's easier to just put in 1. Doesn't look like we'll close above here on GJ. Looks like we are respecting that resistance. And gold. Pretty tough. With all this clean traffic on the 30-minute, it does still look pretty nice to continue driving up. But she says there's a lot of noise here to the left on the daily. This area right here. So if we're looking at this area on the daily, all these rejections, moving into that area now, and our current daily has no bottom wick. It's pretty tough, you know. We could even come down and create that bottom wick still, or flip on the daily and drive bearish. But I'm not going to take aggressive sells here. I mean, right now we are moving bullish. I would like to take the buys on that lower time frame price action, but at the end of the day, this is just you know, proof that trading in a range is not really ideal. You're just going to incur a lot of problems. So we've closed bullish here on the hourly. You can see you've got hourly resistance right here at 2003, sorry, I keep saying 2013. So that's tough. If we haven't closed above, you know, then I don't want to just be taking impulse entries as we break that high, because we could easily form a top wick now and then reject. GJ, your hourly closed bearish off of that resistance. If the volume comes in and you can close bullish above here on the 30-minute, that'll look pretty good to move up. But I mean, overall, like I say, there's big news tomorrow for the yen as well. Maybe we just don't have that volume today. I'm honestly not loving it. Hey Quan, how long did it take you to have this much patience for taking one trade? It did take a while. I mean, I've been trading for, let's say, 4 years now. And I've only really been implementing this level of patience for the last 2 years. But, you know, one of the things I preach is less is more. You can focus on just taking 1, 2 really good trades in a day. And if there's no good setups, then obviously take no trades. You're going to be a lot better off than, you know, taking multiple trades in a day. Because generally, the reason you're taking all those trades is you're obviously chasing profits. You just got to let your setups come to you. Focus on taking good trades. Focus on good risk management. That's how we make money here. Getting paid for the skill, not how much time and work you put in. More trades doesn't mean more money. So far, pretty low volume here at London Open. I'd like to see maybe how the 15-minute candle closes. Yeah, it is really hard. Obviously, you come into trading with certain beliefs, and some of those beliefs are very limiting when it comes to trading. Like I say, when you come from a normal job, when you come from school, we are programmed to think that the harder we work, the more rewards we should get. And that for sure is the case when it comes to learning, when it comes to your education. So, reading up on how and why price is moving the way it does based on the fundamental stuff, learning about human psychology, market psychology, and then obviously back testing a strategy, all of that kind of stuff, actually developing the skill. But when it comes to actually trading, placing trades, less is more. So less time on the chart, less time in the market, because as traders, we are not investors. It doesn't come down to time in the market. It comes down to timing the markets. And you will be better off timing the markets than time in the market. Because as a trader, the longer you are in the market, the more risk you expose yourself to. Obviously, this is subjective depending on your strategy. If you swing trading, then time in the market, sure, obviously, you're letting your positions run, that's good. But day trading, the longer we are in the market, the longer we are involved, the more trades we put in, the more risk we expose ourselves to. Bro, I'm down 4K because of this choppiness. Perfect example of exposing yourself to too much risk. Also, these kind of conditions can make you chase. Because the thing is, it's like, there looks like there's maybe a setup to, this is your setup. This is the setup you would normally take, right? And it's just not playing out. And you're wondering why. Bro, zoom out. We're in a horrible range. There's no direction on the higher time frame or the intraday time frames. As a day trader looking to make money off direction, like, do you think that this is a great time to be trading? I know I'm here sitting looking for a trade, but I'm being extremely selective. And I'm managing my risk really well. I've taken 3 losses this week. It's the first time on stream, I think, ever actually, that I've taken 3 losses in a row. So I'm not saying that I can't fall victim to it too, but because I can limit my trades, because I only took 1 trade for that day, and I managed my risk, I didn't over risk, I'm fine. I'm doing perfectly fine. The last 2 weeks, I'm still up. Last week was a brilliant week. You see now, look at this. Your hourly, like I say, closed nice and bullish. If you weren't getting an overall market image here and you're just, FOMO'd into these bars, you never know, maybe you reject this area now. This is looking like a no trade day for me. GJ volume coming in here, obviously failing to break above this resistance. As we broke previous hourly lows there, just based off the candles, looks like on the break of previous candle lows, we saw that volume come into the downside. But that's not a trade I would take. Just based on the fact that higher time frame we are bullish here, I'm focused on looking at these bars. I think even if we do move further down here today, inevitably we are setting up for better bars. Like I say, we could just range it until the news tomorrow morning. But for me, this wasn't a high probability setup to take these cells off of resistance. I want to take the bars in line with the higher time frame trend and focus on the highest probability setup. I'm not focused on just catching trades just because it's another trading day. Danny, that's really good stuff, bro. I think, I've spoken about strategies before. It depends on the person. Like, one strategy might be really good for someone, might not be good for another person. But at the end of the day, it comes down to how you're actually executing that strategy. So it comes down to the trader. And that means that you have to work on yourself. You have to work on your qualities, such as patience, your discipline. So those are things that are very important, and I'm glad that you're taking that away. Today, I've definitely had to practice patience, and I think by the looks of things, with the way these 15-minute candles are probably going to close, that I'm probably going to call it a day. Like I say, these markets, they can make you chase. If I sit here for long enough, I'll probably find an entry. But is it going to be a good entry? Am I still going to be fresh to, like, mentally fresh to actually execute on that? No, the longer I sit here, the more worn down my decision-making process gets. Because obviously I would love to take a trade today. I would love to make some money. But if the market's not presenting anything, I have to be realistic and just walk away. Come back next week. By the way, tomorrow, no London stream. I'm going away this weekend. And then on Monday, it's a pound bank holiday. So there will be no stream on Monday morning. Members will do a weekly breakdown on Zoom on Monday morning. But other than that, guys, nothing here for me today. Look at this, just consolidating. Ranging within a range, within a range. GJ, also ranging within a range, within a range. Yeah, guys, I'll see you next week. Hey, tough week. I won't lie.
Connor. Hey, Connor.
Hey, what's up?
Shoot, before you get off, can you just check one pair for me?
Yeah, sure.
Can you check Euro USD?
Euro USD. And then, wait, I think I have it here.
I think EJ and Euro USD gonna be going the same way this time, but seeing it rejected off of that area right there. So I was thinking the possibility for a sale, but it could buy up.
Yeah, I mean, also just consolidating.
Yeah.
You are at quite a heavy resistance area. I mean, you can see the rejections here, but at the same
Yeah.
time, we are moving bullish. So I wouldn't just aggressively be taking sells in that area just because it's a resistance. You know, if you're looking for sells, maybe safest to wait for a break and retest of this support level. So you're actually
Okay.
starting to form some bearish structure. So, you know, I think just a breakout, like to take a sell on the break of this range, I think will be quite aggressive because you could easily get a fake out and just continue with the bullish trend. So that's why I'm saying waiting for a break and a retest. That's confirming that, you know, you're starting to form some bearish structure on these lower time frames. But then just keeping in mind, we could just come into a level like this still and then move bullish later on. But I think it's going to be tough, Chance. With the news
This
later
whole
on, I don't know if we're going to see much movement here this morning on this pair. up until
Okay.
that news, maybe, you know, and I think that news will determine whether you maybe get a deeper pullback here. Sorry, excuse this arrow. Yeah, that news will determine if you maybe get a deeper pullback or if you could continue moving up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really tough. Like this session, there's not a whole lot of volume right now. It's the end of the week, it's the end of the month, and next week there's big news. Like these are the times that we see this choppy price action. These are the times where things are very slow, and you want to preserve capital.
Right.
You're obviously asking because you are a little bit uncertain about what you're seeing here. I'm also. It's tough. I mean, right now it's moving sideways. So I would say just take it easy. If you have to, sit on your hands for this session at least. See how it's lining up at New York and see how that news comes out. That's going to answer a lot of your questions. But looking for direction now, it's tough, bro.
Yeah. I mean, the only play I see panning out for me right now is odd CAD right now. That's the only thing that's not dealing with anything, but it's actually I'm doing pretty good on the buy for that.
What is that USD CAD?
Odd CAD, right below it. Yeah.
Okay.
I got that. I got that down there at the bottom. So
Yeah, see.
yeah, I'm just my TP's at 91.515. So that's why I'm projecting on riding it up to long term.
9115. Yeah, I mean, obviously, in terms of like understanding what's driving this pair, I have no idea. I have not too much understanding about
I had
CAD
to put
and
I had to put that on. I had to put that on the huge, like the daily and the 4 hour. So that's why I was doing like long term and
yeah,
just ride that up.
I see that high time frame perspective. Like last week closing, bullish. You know, this week we could still flip bullish and see us drive up. Kind of a strange pair. Yeah, on
Yeah,
the
man, I see
monthly,
how
like on a macro perspective, on the monthly, we arguably are still, you know, just looking at this, are moving bearish. Man, it's like, I don't know. I
yeah.
think we'll have to see how this weekly candle closes. If he's still holding that trade, if the weekly candle closes bearish, maybe look at managing that.
Taking
But I
some
mean, if
profit.
close bullish on the daily, you should be good to drive up to like 91.
Okay. Cool. That's
Yeah, let me
perfect,
know how that
man.
goes. It's, like I
I'll
said,
let
this
you
is not
know.
really a pair that I've had too much of a look at.
I'm gonna break. I'm gonna make sure to move my thing to break even when it gets close to 91.
How are the pips on this pair? Not bad, eh?
I put. Let me see. Yeah, I got in at 91.5. I mean, got in at 9100.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking really good so far, yeah.
Oh man,
I think you just want to make sure
take
that
some.
you're breaking above this area here. I think once you
Okay.
break above that, you should be safe.
Okay.
Okay, but anyway, let me cut the YouTube off here. YouTube guys, I'll see you later. See you next week. Have a great weekend. Take it easy. Market conditions are choppy. Don't overtrade, don't over risk. Preserve your capital. Markets are not going anywhere. Next week things are going to pump. So just make sure that you not just of preserving your capital, but of preserving your mental. Because if you're forcing trades in this kind of market condition, you're just taking losses, it's going to affect your mental, and you're not going to have that confidence to execute come next week when we do have that volume. So just remember that it's not always just about the monetary loss. It's how is this affecting your confidence? Remember that. Cheers, guys. See you next week.